Yo, what is poppin'? It is your boy Ashley, back at it very late with our week 5 of the BBL. Now, for those of you that have been around at the channel for a while, you know that I'm not typically one to upload games late, and I think the main reason is, well, there's a couple of reasons this one's coming up late. To start off with, I am currently trying very hard to get a job and started certification training for something that is, I don't know, not really anybody's business. We'll see how it goes when it turns out. And that's taking up a lot of my time. Also, as you guys know, I am a Pokemon YouTuber, so I suffer from crippling depression. So I've got that going for me as well. But I think that I'm in a good enough mood to go ahead and lay this one down for you guys. We are playing Side Coach of the Philadelphia Staraptors, who host a very intimidating team with Magearna, Zekrom, Arceus Ice, Infernape, Araquanid, Deoxys Speed, Gligar, Mega Absol, Delmise, and the ever so intimidating Grotle. So, you know, we're just going to get right into it as soon as my team, so I was looking at my team and it moved down on the page. So, if you'll just give me 1 second. Discord is fantastic at resetting my stuff, because I actually did not put this in my front office. I did this prep with a friend of mine outside of it. So let's go ahead and talk about it. We have Sicko, our Tangrowth. This is Leftovers with Knockoff, Leech Seed, Hidden Power, Ice, and Rock Slide. Just kind of hit everything that I needed it to, and I didn't feel as if it were super necessary to have the Assault Vest this week, because as you can tell on his team, the only thing that really wants to attack me from the special side is Arceus Ice, which I will not be staying in on, and that Magearna right there. So I figured getting Leech Seed and Sleep Powders off would be more beneficial for the, I guess not Sleep Powders, just getting Leech Seeds off would be more beneficial for the culture than trying to rock that same old tired Assault Vest set. We also have Matt O'Shea, our Milotic, with Flame Orb, Toxic, Scald, Recover, and Ice Beam. Not too bad, not too bad. And I guess that's really, that's just Milotic. That's pretty much all you could expect. We got Fratbat, our Golbat, Taunt, Roost, Super Fang, and Defog. This boy is just going to get in there and be a nuisance, as Golbats are known to do. We also have our Mega Blaziken this week, which will be rocking the Earthquake, Swords Dance, Flare Blitz, and High Jump Kick, because once we can chip down that Gligar, it puts in a metric ton of work. And we have our Mew, Benzie, with the Colbur Berry, Aura Spear, Shadow Ball, Calm Mind, and Psychic. So that Colbur Berry is going to allow us to take a hit from that Absol, and if he does not have a ton of HP investment, we actually can KO with Aura Spear just straight from the jump. So being able to do that and then start Calm Minding up, or start Calm Minding up and try to catch the Absol, maybe Sucker Punching on a Calm Mind, or you know how that shit goes. It's it's pretty self-explanatory. And then finally we have our Excadrill with Sandstorm, Earthquake, Rock Slide, and Iron Head. So not too bad. Not too bad of a team whatsoever, but we'll see how it works out for me. As you can see, he actually brought pretty much everything on his team that was a huge threat, as people are wont to do against me, because my stellar 2-2 record and negative differential have really done a great job of showing off my capabilities as a battler. I'm going to go ahead and lead this Tangrowth, because if he led the Zekrom, I do not have a switch in, and there is a possibility he could 2-hit KO me if he's like Bandit Outrage or something. So I actually did get it correct, and he led Zekrom, so I was like, alright, sweet, there's really nothing this thing can do to take me out. Unless he hits me on the special side with a fat Draco Meteor. So that's Tangrowth down turn 1. Great prep on his part, obviously. If I had been a Assault Vest, I'd be in a much better situation right now, obviously. But we weren't, and if it's some butts and candy we're nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. Y'all know how it goes. So now we're just going to go straight here into the Mew, hopefully trying to bait him into going this Absol. If I were him, I wouldn't want to take a ton of damage on this Zekrom, and I figured he might be specially invested, but obviously, as you can see, he is not, and we literally dodge a bullet on that Bolt Strike, because he very easily could have KO'd us there had he not missed, because we are not bulk invested. So I'm going to go right here and hop into my Excadrill, hoping to possibly get off a big old fat attack. And if I get anything wrong in this game, guys, it has been a couple days, or maybe in a couple weeks. I think I ended up playing this game a little earlier, so I might forget. So I decided to go for the Earthquake there, not really wanting to risk if that thing stayed in, and he does go right for the Gligar. I originally had HP Ice on that set over Rock Slide, but opted against it, and that's one of those situations where I really would have liked HP Ice, because that would have done a very large chunk to the Gligar, because he's physically invested, and he would have just U-turned out anticipating me to switch. But as I said earlier, we didn't end up going that direction, so he is just going to U-turn right out into the Arceus on my Milotic. Now that should have been a clue, right, that he would not be toxic, but obviously I'm just going to repeat the exact same mistake I made last week and allow this Arceus to get in and start Calm Minding. So here I am going to go for the Golbat. I cannot really break this sub with anything that I have. I just have Super Fang and all that. But I can at least go for the Haze and reset his Calm Minds and keep hazing to the point to where I could possibly get in here, break his sub with something else, and then pressure him out possibly with something like Excadrill or something like that. So he is going to go for the Judgment here, which we do live, very barely at +1, but we do live it. As you're going to see, we live on 17. And you're going to see that your boy actually misclicked right here and clicked on Taunt instead of Haze. So that's obviously a great... I wish I had Whirlwind on it, but obviously it wouldn't have mattered if I misclicked Taunt anyway. So I actually make another misplay, and I'm going to go out hard and switch into my Milotic here, possibly trying to save this Golbat as if it's going to be able to do anything at 13 health against every single threat that he has. I actually saved it for the Magearna because it is pretty tailor-made to handle the Magearna and stop it from setting up or getting boost and shipping it down with Super Fang so that something else can take it out. But obviously, as I said earlier, that's not going to work if we just sack it off. So he is going to lay down a very fat Thunderbolt on my Milotic as I barely live and get the recover off. So I really probably should have hazed there. I think I have haze on this. I can't remember. I just read the sets off. As I said, it was a while ago. But he is just going to go ahead and knock me out with the Thunderbolt. So now I'm looking at my team and looking at my options here, and they're not looking good. I really don't have a way to... I don't have a way to get this thing out from behind its sub without sacking one of my win cons, both of which lose to Gliscor anyway. So, sorry, Gligar, not even the big boy. I am going to be able to live the Judgment here because I do have some HP investment, but obviously we're going to live it on 2, so that's not anything super special. And I'm just going to throw off a Fat Iron Head to get rid of this substitute. So, hey, look, at the very least the sub is gone. I thought about switching out and trying to possibly preserve this to maybe get some damage off later, but again, it just wasn't worth it. I already made that mistake once with Golbat, and if he set up another sub, then that was game right there. So, even more so than it seems like it might be right now. I'm going to go right here into Blaziken, knowing that I do have the Protect option if I want to outspeed him, which I do believe. I think I might go for just the Swords Dance straight up here because I can live any one hit, even though he is I can't remember if he's +1 or neutral, but regardless of the situation, I can live one hit, so I am just going to go for the Swords Dance here as he goes right into the Gligar. So I feel as if his best play here is to go for an Earthquake, so I am actually going to pull a double out into my Golbat, trying to preserve this Blaziken for everything that it's worth. Just because at this point, now that Excadrill is dead, this is my win con. Like I do not have another win con. Golbat is not going to be winning this game for me. I can't even remember the other Pokemon that I have besides those two. But like I said, Golbat is not going to be winning this game for me. And I'm actually just going to go right out here into Mew, hoping to possibly get set up. As he is just going to go for the U-turn. I probably should have just roosted there to get some health back up, but that would have, again, just allowed Arceus Ice to come back in. Even though I could have made better use of my time by possibly roosting again, Super Fanging and getting it down. So I believe I just misplayed the Golbat very heavily this game. As you're going to see, he is going to go ahead and pop off into this Absol. I was really hoping that he decided to go for something crazy here, maybe a prediction, but no, he has no reason not to just go straight for the knockoff, which even through the Colbur Berry is going to be doing a ridiculous amount of damage, as I'm going to fire off the Aura Spear, and we're going to see that he actually does have a little bit of health investment because he is going to live that. So unfortunately, he is going to knock us out here with the knockoff, and again, like I said, we are not looking too hot in this situation right now, so I'm just going to go right back here into Blaziken, because that is pretty much my only option at this point. Golbat is just going to die, and I can possibly use that later as a sack. So he is going to withdraw, just trying to preserve his mons the best that he can, especially when he has such a good switch in the Gligar here. So I'm just going to go straight hard for the Earthquake, hopefully, just hoping to catch him on something else, and that's not the case. Here I went for the Swords Dance. I really wanted to switch out into Golbat again, predicting the Earthquake, but I've done that every time, and I think he could definitely knock out my Golbat with the U-turn. So I figured he might want to go for the U-turn, predicting that I would be switching out, and I'll be sitting at +2 with a pretty sizable amount of health. But unfortunately, that's not the case. Here, I basically just have to fish for the crit, because I can't get in to set up again. If I do get the crit, I can take this thing out, but unfortunately, as you're going to see, I am not. He is going to Earthquake, and that is just going to be a 6-0 for Saida. I believe there's a couple more turns, like him switching around my, with him switching around my Golbat. But yeah, I mean, he 6-0'd me. I got played by the exact same substitute thing with Milotic. I really need to be more aware of substitutes in general, just because it's so hard to deal with. I do have a great Infiltrator Mon and Golbat, but I haven't really been bringing it with movesets that would be beneficial to that, you know. And I literally cannot win at this point. Even if he did not click an attacking move for the rest of the game, all I have is Super Fang, so there's really not a whole lot I can do. And he is just going to go for the very risky Draco Meteor, although I guess it does have better accuracy than Fusion Bolt. And he is going to knock me out and win 6-0. So that was a really demoralizing loss. I'm sure after that one, you know, just being in a bad mood that week in general with a lot of stuff going on with work and things like that, you could imagine that would be a little demoralizing, and why I possibly could have waited to upload it just to let the salt settle a little bit, because it's not like hacks happened or anything like that. I just got severely outprepped and outplayed. So great game to Saida. Obviously, we're trying to bounce back next week versus Quinn, which I will be recording that game tonight. I'm recording this on Sunday, and I'm going to try and upload it as soon as possible. So we'll just see how that goes. I will see you guys next time. Like, comment, subscribe, all the bullshit. You know how it goes. So I will see you guys later. Bye.